Yeah. So I mean, Liz Cheney is the chair of our conference. She is the third highest ranking person in the Republican side of the aisle. But she's come out in a full-throated attack on President Trump, and she's always been attacking President Trump. But when she does it, it comes across like she's speaking for the entire conference, and she doesn't speak for the entire conference. And she can have her opinion, and if she wants to have an opinion that's not consistent with the balance of the conference, then what she needs to do is resign as conference chair and go out and speak all she wants on her own. But let the conference have a chair that reflects the conference attitude toward this president and towards impeachment. So she said that President Trump had betrayed his office more than any other president in the history of this country. That's what Liz Cheney said last night.
Wow. We have Congressman Andy Biggs in the center ring of the conservative circus, and I want to ask you about something very seriously, Congressman. It's become very clear that this attack against President Trump is an attack against all of us who believe in American exceptionalism and fight for the middle class and hold fairly traditional values. But you say that the radical left, and I'll add the establishment, will not be able to stop what the president has started. Okay, you just said that. My question is, and many people's question is, how sure are you about that? I mean, they look pretty formidable. We're just getting news that YouTube has now deplatformed the president. We have all these corporations that you just mentioned are defunding the president, or will not fund Republicans who supported the president in their future runs. We are looking at the Democrats who are calling for heads. I mean, we're looking at like a American and maybe even a worldwide conglomerate moving against the president and his supporters. I mean, this seems to be overwhelming odds.
Well, the fact that we have long odds against this. Don't forget, nobody would have thought that President Trump, when he was running in 2016, could overcome the odds of the Washington, D.C. establishment class. And when he called it a swamp, everybody knew he was telling the truth. The swamp fought back hard, and that's what you're seeing now is the swamp is going after President Trump and anybody who supports him. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how long those odds are. It is still very, this is a movement that 74 million people voted for Donald J. Trump. 74 million people, most in the history of our country. And that tells me that the movement can still continue. He's not going to be the president, but we're going to have people in Congress doing all we can. That's why they're going to try to toss us out. They'll try to get rid of us. But if the state legislatures do their job and make sure that we have election integrity, then we can recover. We can recover this and win and go forward. I'm confident of that. I trust in God and I trust in the American people.